Today's moon in true sidereal Cancer is highlighting themes of emotional intelligence, intuition, and inner security. Cancerian energy invites us to come home to ourselves, nurturing what's real, safe, and alive within. There is a lot going on in the sky today, actually, so let's have a look-see at it astrologically. So here we are on the wheel from masteringthezodiac.com, the only true sidereal birth chart generator that I am aware of on the internet at this point, acknowledging the uneven zodiac and the inclusion of our friend Ophiuchus, the 13th sign. This lens of astrology is by far the most accurate if you are a New Earth leader, healer, mystic, anybody here to lead the collective out of the confines of the matrix. So having a look at the aspect patterns, we can see some interesting geometry forming in the middle of the circle today. We'll start with the moon in Cancer, opposing Pluto, freshly stationed direct after a long retrograde period since May in Capricorn. So we have another 18 years as Pluto moves through Capricorn, dismantling the old oppressive structures, the hierarchy, the hustle and grind, the external locus of control, anything that is putting your power outside of yourselves and oppressing you in a contracted, masculine, doing-oriented type of way. So we've got that opposition lining up with the other notable opposition on the chart, Venus freshly in Virgo, bringing a microscope or fine-tooth comb to your relationships, seeing what serves you, what doesn't, making the cut, opposing Neptune in Pisces, bringing illusions, spacey energy. The veil is quite thin, so you might be feeling a little bit in outer space as far as that is concerned. You might be feeling like you need to make some changes as far as your relationships and your habits, but not really sure how to do that, or feeling the resistance, or really leaning into escapism or wearing rose-colored glasses as Neptune is opposing the work going on in Virgo right now. So we've got those two oppositions, but then there is support all around them via trines and sextiles. Okay, so this is forming a mystic rectangle. So essentially the message of this formation is allowing you to feel your depth without getting lost in it, and the concepts of power and vulnerability working together. Power in Capricorn, vulnerability in Cancer, right? So like softness through surrender, like the idea of the masculine actually serving the feminine, and that the feminine force is not just like a pushover surrender kind of idea, but it is powerful in its surrender. So like the less you do, the more powerful you are, as long as you're not guilt tripping yourself about it or feeling like you're a sissy for not doing more. There is also a grand trine happening, so altogether this is bringing a castle formation to the middle of the wheel. The grand trine in the earth signs involving Venus in Virgo, Pluto in Capricorn, and Uranus in Taurus. Uranus, the planet of sudden shakeups, changes, innovation, freedom, and Taurus, which is your resources and your physical world. So this energy, although grounding and supportive, like trines, grand trines in particular are typically a supportive type of energy, but there are some pretty big players as far as societal shakeups going on right now. We could see some big shifts in the world scene, governments, organizational structures, and all of that on the world stage affecting us internally and vice versa, right? Because remember, the way out is in, the revolution is actually internal. So the more that you focus on your individual relationships and the dynamics within yourself and calling those fragmented aspects home again, the more you're going to see positive changes in your physical world and the structures that define it. On top of this, we also have the sun in Virgo getting pretty darn close to an exact opposition with Chiron in Pisces. Fun fact, this Chiron is sitting on my natal sun, and the sun is sitting on my natal Pluto conjunct Saturn in Virgo. Natal sun in Pisces in the 10th house, opposing my Saturn and Pluto conjunct in Virgo in the 4th house. So if you know, you know. I'm feeling it. But anyways, as a collective, this energy of the sun opposing Chiron on the Pisces-Virgo axis is bringing themes of healing through service, boundaries, self-sacrifice awareness. So like that awareness of like doing because you want to and because it serves you, not from a place of codependency or people pleasing. This also is a prep phase for deep personal clarity as we wrap up the lunar cycle. The new moon next week is in Virgo again, the higher degrees of Virgo. So it's like the second octave of the lunar cycle that we're playing out right now. So typically it kind of winds down the energy, but I see this one almost amping up to go up a notch on the spiral. So altogether, the energy of today with the moon in Cancer overriding all of these other aspects, I would say there is a potential for emotions to swell, big feelings to come up. And if this happens, just let that shit move through you. Don't define yourself by it. Don't become reactive. Use the earthy trine energy to ground yourself, get into your body, journal, cook, take care of your house, move, clean your space, anything to keep yourself grounded in the present moment, the magic of the mundane. Essentially, the cosmos are handing you structure to hold this higher frequency as long as you don't get lost in the sauce or get stuck in your head in the future or the past. Like, ground yourself in the present moment. And on that note, if you would like to connect with other human beings in the present moment, just a reminder that my weekly segment on our new conscious community online Soultivation is on Wednesday this week because yesterday was Canadian Thanksgiving. So if you would like to chit chat with me live as I dissect these energies, check out the top link in my bio to head on into Soultivation, and it will be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. If you'd like to go deeper with this lens of astrology, check out the link in my bio also for my range of resources, from a freebie to an ebook to a course. Or if you would like to go deeper with me on a personal level, you can DM me about my one-on-one work. If you like this sort of daily dose astrology, you know what to do. Engage with this video in every single way that you can. You know what to do, and I'll see you tomorrow.